Work your way back, son. You've just lost all the downforce off your car there. You've got to get right back on the gearbox, get it in control again, pick your moment, and have another stab of it. You're running out of time, but you know you can do it.
Last lap for Joseph Newgarden. He is just one lap away from his first IndyCar victory.
Graham won't have a chance here, but he will at turn 5. Now he's going to try to make that same move on the most experienced, one of them, most experienced drivers in the field. Scott Dixon is a master at keeping people at bay.
Here it is. Here it is.
Remember, we're coming down into Ray Hall's strong point. Turn 5. He has been brilliant on the outside. Can he do it to last week's winner? No is the answer.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
And there is our race leader. Some 4 seconds out in front on the final lap at Barber. Just got a report. We understand that Helio Castro Neves has run out of fuel.
Here it is.
Whoa!
Here it is. Here it is, Graham. It's yours if you want it.
And
that was fantastic. We thought that his only move was turn 5, but he just showed us he's got another trick in his bag.
But look at the gap within about 2 seconds. Look at the gap he's made.
Meanwhile, final 2 turns. We've got 2 young American stars in the top 2 positions. The wait is over. Joseph Newgarden is an IndyCar race winner. He takes out
Great job.
his home race. How about that at Barber Motorsports Park? Superb. Finally, Joseph Newgarden does it. Graham Rahal with a spirited and an excellent second. Dixon on the podium again. The win eludes him. And we come to the line. And how about this for a comeback from Will Power? Crosses the line in 4th. Hunter-Reay from 18th to 5th. And Carlos Munoz from the back of the pack as well. What a race. What a race, and one that we'll never forget for the 24-year-old American Joseph Newgarden.
Look at that. 2 Americans on a permanent road course in IndyCar at the top of the list. What a day for all these fans, and this kid especially. Marty?
Oh, the emotion is unbelievable. You've got Joey, you've got Tina, his girlfriend Ashley. Joey, the days you were taking him to Newcastle, he's 14 years old, putting him in the car, did you ever think this day would come?
Yes, I did. And here it is. Oh boy, we're just happy as could be. So we're proud of Joseph, and I want to cry, but I can't. So.
You can cry, it's okay. Tina, how were your nerves holding up at the end there?
I just kept praying, and I just know he wanted it so bad. And the passion that he has, he got it. Finally got the first win.
The only thing to say is he's just a real badass. You know what? That's it.
There you go. And he took him to the go-kart track at Newcastle when he was 14 years old. Got a late start, but he is an IndyCar winner, Lee.
Awesome performance from Hendersonville, Tennessee's Joseph Newgarden. Look at that. He was asking himself, when was it going to happen? I spoke to him earlier in the weekend, and he said, I can't wait for it to happen. Well, Joseph Newgarden, you don't need to wait anymore. You're watching NBCSN's coverage of IndyCar, brought to you by DA Lubricant Company. Performance engineered lubricants since 1919. Visit dalube.com. Quick reminder, the Stanley Cup playoffs are on NBCSN. Up next, PK Subban and the Canadiens take on the Senators in Game 6 of quarterfinal action. Canadiens, Senators up next here on NBCSN. Every game, every night. Don't miss a moment. Whew, didn't miss a moment in IndyCar racing. This was awesome. 4th different winner in as many starts, but a first-timer, Marty, Joseph Newgarden.
Joseph Newgarden, after all the trying, is an IndyCar winner, Lee. And I talked to him moments ago in the car, and I could see the tears of emotion in there. We'll let him do a little dismount here. Sorry, but I'm about ran over my cameraman Kevin. We'll let him celebrate with the crew as well. What an emotional day. So many tries to get to this point, and he's now an IndyCar winner. I've got to know from you, Joseph, what was going through your mind on those final few laps?
Oh, man, I'm so nervous. I can't tell you how nervous I was. I'm normally not in racing, but it's just been such a long time coming trying to do this. I mean, it's just, I can't believe now is when it happened. You know, I knew one of these days it was going to happen with this team. They're so solid. I just can't thank everyone enough that gave me an IndyCar drive. I mean, Wink Hartman, Sarah Fisher, Libba Hartman, Andy O'Gara. I mean, it's unbelievable what this has turned into. And now I've got Ed Carpenter in the group and Stuart and everyone that's involved. I mean, I wouldn't be here without all those guys. They really made me an IndyCar driver. It's so hard to become a professional driver nowadays, and they made me one. So just thankful to them, thankful to everyone on our car. Chevrolet was incredible. I mean, I could just get crazy fuel mileage today with fast pace, so Chevys just obviously are unbelievable cars. We're spanking the Hondas right now. So happy to be with those guys. They really took us under their wing. You know, everything else that we have, and we got great partners with Direct Supply. You got Firestone Tires, which are incredible. They kept underneath me just fine. I don't really know what to say. I'm just a happy boy. We got great partners, great owners, great team, incredible group. Just happy that we won this race finally. As
a kid, you dream about this. Does the reality match the dream?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, I thought I'd get a little more choked up. I'm choked up. I think I'm just so jacked up on adrenaline right now. I mean, that whole race was just go, go, go and try and get to the front. But, man, it was just easy. These guys gave me such an incredible car. I mean, all weekend we were, you know, pounding away, and these guys never give up. They were incredible on the pit stops. I mean, all my guys are just so awesome. So I'm so happy that we were able to do that. They made it an easy drive for me, but it is exactly what you would think of. You become a professional driver, win an IndyCar race. That's the way you want to do it, and this team deserves it more than anything.
You had to overcome a couple things, the pit stop issue, the issue on pit road, and then you got around Elio at the end of the race as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy the way, you know, we were able to do that. I mean, the car was great. You know, that's CFH Racing right there. They gave me the fastest car in the field, I think, and able to save fuel. So even when we got behind, it didn't matter. We were able to get right back by Elio. Just a great team effort. You know, everyone behind this just made it a solid drive. That's the way you want to win these races, and hopefully we can do more this year.
When you saw your girlfriend Ashley and your parents, what was your reaction?
They just look so happy. I mean, I think they're more happy than I am. You know, it's just taken so long. So I don't know what to say. I'm so happy for this group. Like I said, you don't want to win one. I mean, I want to win more races, and I hope this team can win more races. So let's go on to the next one and see what we got.
He's playing it cool, but I promise I saw a tear in his eyes earlier. Kelly?
Well, I was just telling Graham Rahal that he'll definitely want to go back and re-watch that race, and the guys in the booth, we followed you all the way as you closed that gap. Describe those last handful of laps and making all those moves.
Well, you know, I knew at the beginning or the end of my stint before the last, I got caught behind Oxford. I lost a few seconds. I knew I was going to have to push 110%, drive as hard as I could to make up the time. And I didn't realize it was like 15 or 20 seconds I had to make up. But, you know, it was hard to push, you know, that tough in the last few laps. But I had to drive every lap of that race 110%. And I'm really proud of the Steak and Shake guys. This team has come a long way. And I think we're proving that. And, you know, Honda did a great job today. The car felt very competitive. And just got to keep working hard, and eventually, I joke, but one of these days we'll win one of these things. It'll come together.
It's been no secret, the frustrations that you guys have shared. So what can this do for this Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan team?
Well, I feel like, you know, all year we've been in a position that we could have, you know, we've lost opportunities, you know, to finish in this sort of position in the first 3 races. So to finally get it done here at Barber feels so good because, you know, this was a huge race for points. You know, we're coming into Indy now. We've got the Grand Prix. I feel like we'll be really strong there. But we could have either gone way forward or way back, depending on how it went. And I'm happy to say we went forward. But like I said, I cannot thank this team enough because we've had a couple tough years, but they fought very hard.
And watching you make this awesome move around the outside on power.
Yeah, he didn't give me much room there, right, you know, as we were coming through the kink. There's a huge bump here. I think I actually might have touched him because I went to the right. You can see I just touched him there because there's this jump, and we both went over it and kind of tossed us out. But, you know, I got to say, you know, Will, Scott, Ryan, you know, everybody raced me clean. Elio, you know, I passed 3 of those guys on the outside, I think, and that's not easy to do around here, but they gave me the room to do it, and it was good racing.
His father, Bobby, no longer on the box, but we saw him cheering on. He went nuts every time Graham made a pass. Hard-earned second place. Kevin?
Kelly, Scott Dixon is 6 for 6 here, finishing on the podium. Not quite to the top step yet at the end. When Graham Rahal is coming, we know he's pitted later. Was it saving fuel or out of tires that helped him get past you?
Fuel was not a problem today. The Chevy actually was getting great fuel mileage. You know, we just couldn't hold on to the tires. In the first stint, we dropped like a rock, which really hurt us and actually kind of opened us up a little bit once we caught that yellow. We didn't siphon back too far, but, you know, a lot of credit to the team today, Target, obviously, Coca-Cola, to get the car sorted. You know, we burnt the rears off, and then right at the end there was just not enough for the left front. I couldn't turn the car. I was trying to stay ahead of Graham. I had an overtake, used the overtake half a lap shorter. I think we would have had second place, but all in all, huge congrats to Joseph. Hell of a talent, and good to see him take victory today.
You mentioned the tires going away makes it difficult for you as drivers. We love it as fans because that actually makes the racing better. You like that too?
I love it. You know, I think if it's good for the fans, it's good for us. You know, and if you can put on a good show, that's what it's all about. And I could tell, you know, just from the chaos that was going on in the car, that it was going to be a fantastic race outside. And to see, you know, some cars closing, you know, 3-4 seconds a lap is what you want to see. And tire management is key today. A little bit of fuel mileage, but mostly tire management. So huge credit again to Joseph.
Good run. Scott Dixon finishes third, and he's gone in the last 2 races from 15th in the championship up to third.
Unbelievable performance from the 3-time champ. However, as Scott Dixon said, well